Join me on a new zoo tour that will rock your world. For 5 years, Romanopulatious partnered with Carlos and Drac and other talented builders, crafted a tropical Asian zoo experience that, in my opinion, goes unrivaled in the Planet Zoo world. Insanely intricate, detailed to the extreme, grand in scale and yet realistic in design, it is a feast for the eyes, and it tests the very limits of what you thought is possible in Planet Zoo, and of even the best gaming rigs, because believe it or not, the zoo is technically unfinished. Follow along as I am continuously lost for words touring through this masterful achievement. This is Pattaya Zoo. So, hey guys, I don't know what's going to happen first. This zoo that blows my mind or this zoo that blows up my PC. Because yes, it took me around, 20 to 30 minutes to even load this zoo with all of the animals in it. As you can tell, it is running at a crisp, 9 to 23 frames per second, ranging between paused and unpaused. But this zoo is an absolute beast, let me tell you. You've heard me talk in the intro about who made it and how it was made and everything. I just want to get right into it. I didn't expect it to load at all, and now that it has, I'm not going to waste a second longer. I'm not going to leave this zoo until I have toured it. But oh my goodness, I am almost having stage fright of touring something this good, and kind of feeling afraid that I might miss out on something, that I'm going to miss details or habitats or the like. So bear with me if I miss out something. I'll try and visit the whole zoo. But yes, Pattaya Zoo by Romanopulatious, with huge contributions by Carlos and Drac and other guest builders as well. And yes, guys, if you hear a loud zooming during my speaking, that is my computer struggling. So let's actually start the tour on pause. But oh my god, I mean, there's so much stuff. I'm going to zoom out at the end and show you so much that's going on. But if you can't tell already that you're looking at something special, well, get ready, because you will be floored by all of the sights. In fact, let's go right over here, because if I remember correctly, this crazy waterfall mountain hides a little building that does not need to be built at all by any sane builder, but it is the rocks. Okay, calm yourself. But this, what you're looking at right over here, is no animal habitat at all, but it is simply the parking garage. And the detail at play, again, I'm not too sure on the details, whether or not Romanopulatious or Carlos or Drac, but mostly Carlos built these buildings specifically, so I won't name specific builders if I'm not sure. But let me zoom out a bit and show you what's happening here with this parking garage. It is a huge building that, as far as zoos are concerned, serves no purpose, but it has these custom-made solar panels, this roof, this gorgeous, absolutely stupendous planted roof and everything. And then this monorail with the custom supports all throughout, and then you get little moments like this. And in fact, let me just quickly show you the backdrop of what's going on. You'll see all of that later, but this isn't even where we need to go. We don't even need to go to the parking garage. We're headed to the actual entrance, which should be right over here. So here we get an alternative way to enter or leave the parking garage. But if I have my bearings correctly, we need to head right over here. But if I'm not mentioning all of the details that I should, then guys, I mean, what is this madness? What is this absolute madness? 5 years it took this place to be built. And well, only the very, you know, limits of technology has kept this zoo from being completely finished. It is not fully finished because you know, it is very, very hard to build in this zoo. But even things like this is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, okay, cat, you must know, my dearest cat, that I'm recording this in one go because I don't know if this zoo will load again, so please don't meow into the microphone the whole time. This is the entrance area of Pattaya Zoo, which also has an alternative night schedule and a botanical garden. And this is the very rustic, unassuming entrance that in no way kind of reveals the madness that is present in this zoo. If I have to compare this with anything I've seen, I guess the only thing I can compare it to is Singapore Zoo, but you know, that's just down to my perhaps lack of knowledge of zoos in the more Asian sphere of the world. But just look at everything going on here already. The rockwork, the trees, the differences in elevation, the custom light fixtures. Each of these is 33 pieces. The leaves everywhere. The ridiculous, unnecessary detail of adding these custom supports to the whole monorail track. These orangutan statues. I'm kind of rendered speechless, but let's see where do we actually need to go first. We are sort of suggested to go this way. Wow, this is so atmospheric. This feels so right. What a gorgeous, gorgeous way to set the scene and start us off. All of the animals to come are present on signs here. I don't want to miss out on anything. And kind of, where are the animals? I want to see an animal. Am I just completely... This is a long build up to the first animal, or perhaps I'm just really missing out. Oh no, are there custom billboards? Did I miss custom billboards? Let me check the workshop real quick. I'm not sure if there are custom billboards. We are actually completely lost, but I think we found our way here at the Treetops Trail. I think this is the first place that we need to go, and I am ready to be amazed because let me tell you guys, let me reiterate, 5 years spent on this project, and can you tell by looking at these little things that I'm not even really mentioning, but let me just take a little moment here to mention the flower beds being used together with the fallen leaves, the decals on the benches to make them look dirtied and scuffed. And if you just consider how many benches are in this zoo, and if you just consider how many paths are in this zoo, and how many faux rocks have been placed, and how many, separate plants and everything, and the absolute wondrous selection of plants. Man. I've not even seen an animal and I'm already enthralled by this. Absolutely perfect. Let's go to the Treetops Trail. Treetops Trail is, I assume, going to be, there we go, a gibbon and siamang habitat to start us off. Is there anything down below? Oh my god, there is! Is that a... what are you? Are you a gharial? Or are you a saltwater crocodile? That is so cool. They're below us. Those poor monkeys. Oh, do they have like canals to swim? Oh, what a dream. I've always dreamt of having, You're a gharial, right? Yeah. I've always dreamt of having these canals through my zoo for crocodilians to visit. And I think this sort of reinforces that idea. To have this gharial separated from the monkey's moat. Ah, yes. Oopsie. Calm yourself, explore mode. Look at this. The Siamangs in their treetop hut. The absolute madness of the density of the trees here. And then below us, the gharial with this little mound of dirt. Very typical, actually, of their real-life habitat, of course. Such a unique, cool animal. Ah, this is so good. And there you go with the next habitat, which seems to be for the wild water buffalo. And look at this. What I appreciate the most about this so far is that despite the crazy feel to a European like me, I know that zoos like this exist and that this is a generally very realistic build, even though it might seem, you know, very crazy and exotic if you're not used to zoos like this. I've not been to a zoo like this, but I know that this isn't out of the ordinary for, you know, for a place like this to exist. But all the same, I feel like I'm not even going to do this place justice. Like the absolute madness of the detailing here with the what is this even called? The grass to keep the buffaloes from getting into the moat here, and then the gharial down below. So cool to have the gharial river connect these habitats. What a fantastic environment. And then you get this. What the hell am I looking at? Who made this? I'm not sure who made this, but it's in this zoo and I'm going to praise it all the same. These are, of course, Spinosaurus statues. I believe they're Spinosaurus, right? They have the sail there. Ah, come on, I need this in my zoo. 2,000 plus pieces just for those two alone. I am so happy to be here. Can you tell, guys, the immense talent and dedication and patience to put something like this together? Even just building what you're looking at right now with the sightlines involved and everything. It must be such a rewarding feeling to build this and then look at it. But I think it's still different for a visitor. You look at it in a different way. I think as a builder, you're still like, I don't like everything. You know, I don't like this bamboo or anything. But if you visit, it's a different feeling, let me tell you. So that was the Treetops Trail. There is the jungle tram. Let's keep that one for last. The entrance is over there. And I believe the next thing we should visit is actually we're going to be try to head to the Komodo dragons. Where shall I find them? I think I need to be heading in this direction to get there. I don't know. I'm trying to get. I have a map here in another screen. I'm going to try and make it make sense. But if I make mistakes, I'll try and rectify them in the end. Or I do advise you to. Hey, is that? It's. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. So many things going on. Look at this. Oh, yes. Oh my god, so colorful and charismatic. And beautiful. Look at this. And then the city backdrop there. We are expanding for you. There's a crazy palace back there that we need to look at. There's like a almost fully modeled hall in there with a piano and everything. But look at What the hell is happening? I can't believe what I'm looking at. The decals everywhere. The detailing is just absolutely ridiculous. And you take it for granted because when you look at a wall like this and you go like, yep, checks out, that's an old wall for an old building. But if you just consider the amount of decals present in all of these walls, and then the air conditioning units and everything. Oh, stroller rental. Yes, fantastic. I love how they're just stored here, giving it a bit of a low budget feel as well. Oh my goodness. This is the work of a madman for sure. And then you have these actual trams driving past. What is this bridge above us? I don't think we get to visit this yet, but just even look at, come on. I'm throwing my hands in the air just looking at this. Do we get to, I don't think we get to visit this just yet. It looks like this will be, hang on, wait. So wait, Komodo Dragon is where we wanted to go. The Botanical Garden A, I think. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to get up there. We'll see. We'll see where adventure takes us. Even these guys, I'm usually I have a way with words, but just look with me at the beauty present here. I've seen 3 animal habitats at this point. Let's try and find the Komodo dragons. What is this? I'm almost got killed. Bird paradise? Should I visit bird paradise right now? I think yes. We're headed for bird paradise. It seems like a closed off section for sure. It's absolutely stupendous. We just get the best flamingo habitat you've ever seen, with the gorgeous little island here with the roots and everything. With the American flamingo here, the weeping willow, but especially the island in the middle here. Crazy use of all the trees here. Bird paradise indeed. And then the theming everywhere. The theming everywhere. I think I get it though. The exploitation and hunt for Asian songbirds. I understand. A bit of a conservation message as well. Let's enter the aviary. With this gorgeous little artwork here. Even cautious slippery floor sign. Are there birds in here? I'm not sure. It might be a theater of the mind kind of, but look at this. I'm gonna look past the glass for a moment. Just look at this. I know in general it's just rocks and plants, but the sense of scale and placement and beauty in building this, crazy work. I think there's supposed to be, oh my god, I hope there's no bird mods in here that I haven't downloaded. That would be a shame. Is this a suggested aviary, or are there bird mods I should have? Is it okay with you guys if I check for a moment if these are actual habitats? Because it would be a pity if I didn't fully showcase that to you. Are these supposed to be habitats? Is there traversable terrain for staff here? It is. But where's the animals? Oh no! Should I have downloaded some bird mods? Now I feel kind of bad. South Aviary wetlands. I'm so sorry, Romanopulatious. I didn't have the birds ready, and I'm afraid to reload the zoo. But I think you guys can enjoy it all the same. I think I can imagine the sort of birds that would fit in here, some pheasants and the like, tropical birds. But that is the crazy, crazy beautiful bird paradise that we shall sadly have to leave behind us. Traveling towards, we're not headed towards islands yet. We are continuing in our quest to finally find the Komodo dragons. We get a food stall here, gorgeous planting. Even guys, just these, look. Who does this? Who have you seen do this? Place these gutters beside their pathing for such long stretches of time. Is this the Komodo dragon? Am I getting... This is the Komodo dragon. There we go. And have you seen a Komodo dragon habitat like this? Speak true to me or forever hold your tongue. You have not seen a Komodo dragon habitat like this. It would, you know, it's not surprising that there's countries where Komodo dragons can actually be kept like this, not indoors, but outdoors, because that is the actual climate where they live. And then you get this sort of colony of them, but just gorgeous. Hey, dearest cat, I love you, but don't ruin my... I don't think people mind, actually. They're looking at Komodo dragons in the best damn habitat they've ever seen. I'm kind of tempted to go here, but it looks like that just spans the habitat. What the hell is that? I love how... What's the word? How big of a main stage these animals get. In many zoos, you'll find them, you know, indoors, in a bit of a tropical... Wow, I'm being led on a crazy chase. I don't think I need to head to river monsters yet. Or maybe I am. I think I might have to follow the flow here. On the map, the next suggested place is actually the orangutans. And river monsters is kept for last. So why don't I actually go check out the orangutans, and we'll zoom over here later on. So are those like burrows back there? Oh man, this is the best Komodo dragon habitat I've ever seen. Komodo Dragon Science and Conservation Center. Oh, and another gorgeous viewing area. Oh, for the juveniles. You love to see it. That is so cool for them to have their little indoor safe section here. That is so cool. And look at the beauty and the realism and everything, and the tilted windows and the wood and the roof. And even little touches like this, and the bamboo and everything. I'm so happy. Can you tell? I'm so impressed and so happy with that my computer can actually take this relatively well. But even then, I think we have arrived at the orangutans, and hey, I recognize these statues. I've seen them in a zoo by Nausicaa, actually. I believe we are now in orangutan land. I'm stressing out because there's all of these paths that I'm missing. I'm stressing out. I don't want to miss a thing, but it's bound to happen. But the orangutan habitat is over here, or at least part of it, and we do get the option here. Just look at... Okay, Jelboo, they know. This is the indoor section for the orangutan. They have a... Oh! This is a gibbon. They also are in here, and it looks like an orangutan as well. And I've suddenly caught with the feeling that I actually need PZ Plus for these animals to be able to leave their shelter or not. They actually can. But perhaps, you know, since this is such a big zoo, sometimes animals will just stand around. But let me repeat that question I said. And there's otters in here as well. Have you seen a better orangutan otter gibbon habitat than this? Feast your eyes on the madness of Pattaya Zoo, guys. The layers of insanity here. There's so much going on. There's so much to fawn over and be impressed by. And it looks like the orangutans can actually get all the way up there and enter a second habitat. And even look at this wall. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna keep repeating myself in this sense. This is not a finished area. The tram takes a little detour here for a stop. Where does this orangutan habitat go, actually? It just disappears into... Oh my god, there's so much going on still for them. What is back there? Oh, orangutan, okay. We'll probably see them again, I guess, or when shall I see the orangutans again? I don't think I can just yet. Or I should. I'm actually gonna try and see if I have missed some route to the orangutans. What about here? Yes, that is where we need to go. The statue betrays... look at this custom-built temple here. We have all of these choices to go. Everywhere you look, there's something beautiful to look at. We are heading up a hill to what is actually, I believe, going to be the main orangutan environment. Oh, yes. There you have a gibbon overhead, making use of its ridiculously cool climbing frame. Look at them running like that. I love them. This is the coolest I've seen in my life. This is the best. I've never seen anything like this. There they are, hanging out with their pet gibbon, looks like, and their ball. But oh my god! And there's a path around there as well. I think that's going to look even better than what we are witnessing. And then you just get this cool water area that I don't think... Yeah, it doesn't house any animal. It's just the moat for the apes and the monkeys here. But this is so cool. Look at these custom trees. And then the gibbons are running over it. And then you get this little sort of like optional yard for them to hang out in. Amazing decal work once again. The detailing here continues to amaze. Oh, and I love this roof here, allowing a hole for the palm to grow through. More orangutan viewing opportunities. They're just chilling back there. I think they're afraid to move because of the frame rate. That often happens in big zoos like this. Where you get animals actually that stop moving because the zoo is kind of too big for your PC to handle. Oh, goodness me. I'm going to not head there yet. There we go, Elephant Garden. We've arrived where we need to be. At Elephant Garden. Once again, look at this, guys. Just look at this. Everywhere I'm looking is just screenshot worthy and worthy of my jaw dropping. The custom signs, the understanding of the vibe and the colors of a tropical zoo and biome like this. So colorful and full of character. The theming, the open air shop here, and then this this elephant playground is so beautiful. Look at its cute eye, and its trunk is a slide. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And I also love that the builder is not afraid to have space, right? This is what real zoos do. You have these meeting areas where, you know, parents sit down, have something to eat, kids play, you rest before you move on, and that is something that just exists in zoos, even with accessibility ramps. And then you get this awesome pattern on the ground. I'm getting lost here in the absolute amazingness. But I believe this is part of the elephant environment, the black buck and the nilgai. And oh, this is actually one of the elephants. You get a baby there on its own, apparently. And there's a bridge back there. What's going on? Can I get on that bridge? Or is that it looks like I theoretically could if I head here. Yes, sir. All right. It's sort of a secret path, actually, but let's head down here. Yes, we get a good look here at the elephants. Once again, have I seen a better elephant habitat? Indian elephant. I don't think I have. And I think I say this not just because of all the detailing, but because aside from the craziness of this zoo, it's still a very realistic build. This is a very normal build for the area that it is in, and I think the respect at play for the biome that Romanopulatious is building in, that he actually understands what a zoo would look like in a place like this. You will forgive me if you actually are from there. I don't think you are, but maybe you are. I'm so sorry. And then you get these little creeping areas where the animals can get away from the elephants if need be. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to be here now that I think I am. The elephants get their indoor section here. Is this all backstage? Am I just being... I think I'm allowed to be... Now I'm just getting... No way. Now I'm just really getting lost. Where am I? Where am I? How did I get here? Oh, this is the river monsters. We're not going to check the river monsters yet. It's a thing for later. I have sort of a route planned. There you have the elephants entering their backstage. Gorgeous stuff. But we're going to just zoom on back and try to visit the zoo sort of as I intended to. Past this sign once again and this gorgeous little playground here. Because after the elephant garden, we're going to enter actually an African section. And then we'll get to a Panda House and check out some giraffes and everything. There's still so much to come, guys. This is going to be a long one. But visit baby Bianca. Happy birthday, girl. I think we've seen the baby, right? I think we saw the baby run past. Several viewing opportunities for the elephants, and should you not be able to see the elephants, you can see the nilgai and the black buck But look at the walls here and the trees and everything. And oh my god, guys, look at it. I don't even know where to go. Look at every single thing here. Is so beautiful. Just look at this. This is making me want to retire the game and just never touch it again. And at the same time, it's making me want to fire up my own zoo and build in it, because it's kind of humbling in a way to know that someone has spent, it's so big. Someone has spent 5 years. I mean, not a total of 5 years, but I think thousands of hours, I think, without exaggerating, in this crazy place. And this elephant yard is just a testament to that craziness. I actually think I'm actually gotta give it up to my PC. It's running in a medium graphics, but the zoo is just filled with animals and it's running at 14 frames per second. I actually respect that. I really do. There you get that awesome sign there that really steals attention right away. Another good look here at the elephant garden, the elephant valley here. Elephant grass here hiding the barrier for the most part. I love that, by the way. For something about the look of tall grasses obscuring barriers always gets to me. So, and then, oh, the monorail heading past here. There you go. Fantastic. Alright, so I think this is where we go next. Right, yes, this looks familiar, this sort of sudden pink environment. What are these trees? Are these custom trees? Of course they are. They are custom made trees, yes. Gorgeous. Look at this. This little folly temple here that you can stand in. Take pictures. You know, wedding proposal and the like. I see some giraffes up ahead, but I also see plenty of tempting paths. Should we head down there? Why not? Why not? Let's head down here. Not get run over by trams. I think this is actually where we needed to be, right? The Baboon Valley. I think next up on the map, actually, yes, after the Elephant Garden, was the Rift of Ethiopia. Look at this bronze plinth being used as a sign. Gorgeous pathing once again, detailing all over. Sudden changing vibe with the planting as well. This little garden feel. As we slowly descend into the valley of Ethiopia. Oh. Look at this little rock hut. What animals in here? Ooh, it's gonna be fun to guess. Could be a Nile monitor, could be a Red River hog. What do you think is in here? It is, once again, absolutely jaw-dropping. But there's no animal to be seen just yet. Perhaps we're in better luck here. We get the cute porcupine habitat right over here. Ah, what are you? What's in here? Can't quite seem to find the inhabitant of this habitat. So let's just enter the habitat. Is this a mod I'm missing? I hope I'm not missing a mod again. What do you think lives in here, guys? Might, if I click this, the caracal. But there's no caracal in here. Okay, guys, I'm not going to touch the storage in animals, but as far as caracal habitats go, this one is gorgeous. Realistically small and gorgeous. Ah, but come on, just look at this. Let me just applaud you instead of trying to find words to describe what I'm seeing. The scale here, the density of everything is just a sight to behold. And then still the sense of scale that these habitats are actually really, really realistic and not you know, when the rain falls down in Africa. Gorgeous little viewing window into this garden, and probably this is also a botanical garden aspect. Do you see me moaning and do you hear me moaning and sighing here? Sorry, guys. I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't expect this sense of absolute jaw-dropping ridiculousness. Where are the baboons? Once again, I just loaded this zoo. I'm not going to touch any habitat out of fear for the zoo crashing, and I'm not sure if I can load it again. It does look like the baboons are absent from this habitat, but let's look at it all the same, because I think, once again, let me put that statement out there. Have you seen a better baboon habitat? The rockwork here actually making use of the temple pieces, if I'm not mistaken, and then this custom tree and everything, and then the way it slopes up. Bloody fantastic. Ridiculous. I wish I could do anything like this. I mean, I can. But it will also take me 5,000 hours to build this. Before you accuse me of being arrogant, let me add that little asterisk. It would take me 5,000 hours to build this alone. I love these little drinking fountains as well. God damn it. Every little thing here. Did I miss something? Oh my god. This is a meerkat habitat. Just constructed out of rocks. With the cutest little moat here. How is this? There's some tricky stuff going on here with the water. But look at this gorgeous little meerkat habitat just built out of rocks. There's more. There's more baboon sighting opportunities. I'm so sad that the baboons are in here, but once again, I'm not going to tempt fate and put 20, 30 baboons in here. And just everywhere you go, it's these little flowers and everything. Think of the piece count of this zoo. And then you get some stairs. Interesting how that pole changes colors. Anyway, my ADHD is spiking hard, guys. There's so much to look at. Everywhere you look, there's stuff to look at, even with these electricity poles. What is over here? This is the African spurred tortoise, which I'm partial to because they are my second plant zoo video, and also an animal that stole my sunglasses once upon a time in the Zoo of Antwerp. And I say that in meaning my sunglasses fell into their habitat. I feel like I've told that story plenty of times in my videos. and they fell into their habitat, and I was wise enough to not reach in there. I didn't want to mess with the animals, get bitten or something, so I just accepted that is where we were at with the sunglasses situation. We get some opportunities here to sit and rest, grab something to eat. Another... Can we get up there? It looks like we can. But it looks like... Oh, yes! Fantastic. Oh, there's one over there. Can you imagine? Being so close to the hyena like this, the beautiful fence in the back. It's so cool to see them in a tropical setting like this. Instead of the usual, and obvious grassy, rocky. Can you imagine just visiting this place and standing so close to these hyenas? I'm in love with this. And then across from the hyenas. Oh yes, and then you get a more open viewing space for them. And then across from them, actually a yard for the Somali wild ass and the Nile lechwe. And I believe I'm still on track for the Rift of Ethiopia. And after this, we should be arriving at the Congo forest, if I'm not mistaken. So, once again, another masterful little habitat here. More open, more spacious, as opposed to the more tropical feel of this one behind it. We get another one of those gorgeous viewing huts here to get more intimate and up close with them. Imagine looking at this habitat with ultra graphics, by the way, which is what I usually run for playing Planet Zoo, but this zoo will not load on my PC if I run it on the best graphics. What is this gorgeous path once again? What am I seeing? I'm not even talking about it anymore. I'm just getting... it's so cool. It's so beautiful. It's so real. It doesn't even serve a purpose as far as playing the game. What am I trying to say? This is not useful for the game Planet Zoo, but for a real zoo it is absolutely useful. It doesn't always have to be about animals. Sometimes a zoo is just an experience, a garden, a place to meet and play and walk. But I don't know, man. I'm just gonna sip my tea for a moment. Hope you guys got some drinks with you as well, because trust me, there's still a lot coming on this crazy tour. I'm going to go minimal on the editing because, as I said, it's kind of a miracle that the zoo even loaded for me. I'm not going to tempt fate too much. That's going to be the Congo forest, right? I think we've arrived here at a very, very unique habitat here for the Okapi, because it seems to be an aviary as well, containing containing birds, which are suggested, I believe. But let's actually head inside here. By the way, custom Okapi sign. Don't think I didn't see that. But oh yes. An actual Okapi tropical aviary. Once again, let me just put that out there. I've not seen an Okapi habitat as good as this ever. And I might, go on record on this channel as saying that a lot. Like, this is the best ever, this is the greatest ever. And perhaps that's true. Perhaps I shouldn't speak in superlatives all the time. But, I think this is deserving of at least, you know, the claim that this is the best Okapi habitat. The custom trees, the construction here, the vibes of this whole place, the fact that it's a walk-through aviary with the planted borders outside here as well, a walk-through aviary for Okapis, and then you get these little borders here, and then, ooh, this is nice. A place where the fence actually opens up, where you could get a very unique view here. There you go. It's so cool. This is so cool. There's something actually living here. This is a habitat. Is it? Or is it a staff area? This guy, can you tell us? It looks like there's something very awkward going on here, and he's like, don't look this way. They're just working out a little problem. What is this? Is this staff area? Let's look at the way it looks from outside. I believe I need to head back here, because there was a habitat across from the Okapis. There you go. I think I kind of spoiled it already, because this is, I believe, for the pygmy hippo. And that is so cool, because it's so cute. And it's so real. And it's so cute. I love pygmy hippos, guys. There you go, once again. Despite the crazy scale of the zoo, the habitats themselves are just the realest thing. And just these little things like this. Placing this liana down to act as a root, an exposed root here. It's those little things that I wouldn't think of doing. And just the best little pygmy hippo habitat you've seen. And then we head over here, because after that little rainforest adventure, we arrive at what the map says to be the giraffes and the Panda House. But I think let's just see where the experience takes us, because yes, you get the cheetahs here. Hang on, is that a viewing window for the cheetahs that I missed? Yes, I think I have missed. Yes, this is where we were just earlier with the awkward scene over here. Hang on, now I'm truly getting lost. Okay, let's head over here. With the first glimpse here of the cheetahs. Looks like the baboons are back there. Or not, I'm not sure. Absolutely gorgeous, as is expected at this point, but it goes without saying that I'm very impressed with this. And then you get the glimpses of the giraffes back there. I love that, peeking through the foliage. But where is this going to lead us? I think I'm not quite supposed to go here yet. But why don't we check out what's over here? Because this is going to be a tapir habitat. With some mandatory capybaras in there as well. I think from now on I'm just going to pick little things out of each habitat to highlight. And here I want to highlight the crazy tree guards and the crazy custom trees. Let me point out, this is 133 pieces per tree to create this gorgeous swamp environment, and then the tree guard protections there. Absolutely ridiculous. Moving on. We have arrived at, I don't think I'm following the correct route, but I can deal with this because we're entering cat country, I believe. And I already know this might be one of my favorite places in the zoo. We've seen the cheetahs. Is this the... Yes, this is the Bengal tiger, I believe. Oh my god. Look at this fence with the overgrown with the roots. And the plants. And then the wall. And then the decals. And then the tigers. Oh my god. I feel like I'm getting physically ill over how good this is. You know, like look up Stendhal syndrome, right? When people visit Paris and they get sick because of the beauty. I am absolutely floored by the quality here. Look at the fence, guys. I love fences. This custom design and then the tropical plants all over. Beautiful. The combination of like industrial and realistic with tropical and overgrown really gets to me. And across from here you get another tiger habitat, which I want to check out, but and there's a random rock here, which I appreciate. And I doubt that this is a tiger habitat, or perhaps back there. But maybe it's just a sign or some not quite following, but because I'm... Is there a tiger habitat back there? It definitely is a vibe, whatever we're looking at back there, but I think we'll find out together, won't we? Whatever it is, if it's a tiger habitat, it's very big. Ooh, and then you get the double fencing. What is going on? Cute little pond here. What's going on with the double fencing here? What is back there? Now I'm really intrigued. Cool big ass tree. And that is the clouded leopard. There we go, exactly where it should be to showcase its habitat. A gorgeously landscaped, intricate, complex, clouded leopard habitat. And it is exactly where you would want it to be when you record the zoo tour. Look at the beautiful roof here. I love the whole vibe of like, how do I put it? Like, I'm lacking the vocabulary, but the feel of like the wood and the metal and the feel that the zoo is kind of like not maintained, but that it's deliberately in touch with nature, and there's dirt and plants and everything. And I love that vibe of the imperfections that are allowed to be present in this zoo and in this build. I am so intrigued by what is back there. It could just be the barrier of the zoo, but the way it's like a double barrier is just really vibing with me. So that is clouded leopard. I believe we have now left cat country, and we are sort of at a... Ooh, the frozen tundra is ahead, but we are actually... Yeah, we're going to visit the tundra, and then we're going to turn back after the polar bear, because we forgot to check out the giraffes. And they're back there. I'm gonna miss stuff, ain't I? I'm actually going to miss things. Like, is there a lion in here? I'm not sure. And that fence is really... Okay, focus, Yella. Concentrate. Let's go to the... What am I looking at? You get this tropical vibe and then this gorgeous white building and it doesn't even look at... Ah, yes! Yes! That is exactly where you need it to be. Oh my god. The tropical contrasting with the Arctic here, and it just works. And then you get this massive bear doing crazy tricks in front of us with the blue water and the rocks and the ventilators and the sunscreens and everything you look at is begging to be a screenshot and a wallpaper and a thumbnail, and I don't know what to pick. And there's a boat in here that's actually, I believe, also a viewing area. Have you ever, you know what I mean? Have you ever seen anything like this in Planet Zoo? I don't think you have. I don't think you have. This is the coolest. Also extremely dangerous. Let that be clear. But the cool... I feel kind of scared already. Is this safe? Would this be safe? I would not feel safe here. That bear is huge. I think if it wanted to, it could eat me right now. But anyway, what a fantastic space. Not sure how realistic it is. And it is kind of small, but you know, that is again the point of this zoo. It is a realistic zoo set in a crazy looking biome that makes it look like an absolute masterpiece. Anyway, I'm kind of lost for words at this point. Cat country, polar bear. I believe we should not head to the jungle tram. We're going to head back here because I think this will lead us to the giraffes. There we go. Already have an hour footage and I still have a lot to see. Oh my god. Oh my god. I should not have started recording, but I'm going to push through. There you get the crazy sign again. And then the giraffes. Oh yes. With the Nyala. Look at this. The way that the giraffes are actually towering above you even more because the terrain slopes up, and then the variation in fencing going on here, like the chaos, and then the Nyala as well, filling up the empty spaces in between, and then the big trees above, slightly overcast weather. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, guys, we have skipped the Panda House, and I am quite sure that I've seen that before in screenshots, and that we need to look at it. So, this is it, right? This is the Panda House. We have restrooms. Another view here of the giraffes. Just as beautiful, just as jaw-dropping and humbling. But the Panda House is starting with this gorgeous little sign outdoor. Have we been there? Okay, that was a crazy lag spike. Let's enter the Panda House. I'm going to build a Panda House very soon myself, and I'm already feeling the pressure that I'll have to live up to something like this, because I checked this out before touring, and it is something else, guys. Look at this. Look at this awesome roof. And these cute little walkways, which I don't think Explore mode will enjoy me visiting. Actually, I'm just gonna do this for this building. But look at this Panda House. The gorgeous rockwork for their indoor shelter. And then just the huge custom bamboo forest. The ability to separate them, because pandas don't really love each other's company for most of the time. And this is such a, what's the word? I'm not quite sure what I'm trying to say. A dignified building, like it honors the panda. I think this is for, this might be for the red panda, I'm not sure. But I don't think it's in here. We get the panda skeletons for some education. Oh, what is this? Oh, here you are. Is that actually traversable for guests? I don't think it is. But let's just zoom out a bit and check out this building. Ridiculous. Do you know what I mean, guys? With dignified, it feels like a tranquil, serene space that respects these animals. But I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say anymore. I'm running out of. In fact, I'm actually gonna pause recording for a bit and kind of compose myself, because I am genuinely getting overwhelmed by what I'm seeing. I'll be back, guys. I just need a drink and a little break, because this is absolutely freaking crazy. Goodness gracious me, guys. I've checked out some of what's to come, and oh my god. Anyway, we're headed to the Australia Night House, and then we're going to check out the islands of Southeast Asia. The Night House is something else. Let's approach it and check out how beautiful the building itself is. And I believe this will lead us eventually to the islands section. So we'll leave that for later, because we are approaching the Night House. And it looks very nice already, but when we actually, can I show it to you already? Let's actually keep it for later. Let's enter the Night House. I'm going to assume that this place works best at night. So let us make it a cool midnight here in Pattaya Zoo. Oh my god, I should have tried this earlier. Of course the lighting looks stupendous. Stupendous. I love how I'm... Of course it looks great at night. Of course it does. Did you have any doubt that it looks great at night? Even the sign is lit. Anyway, now I've lost my now I've lost where I am. There. All right. Let's enter the Night House. Through here. There we go. We are here in what immediately feels like a absolutely realistic nocturnal house. So let's see what we can find in here. Once again, I hope I didn't have to install a lot of mods here, but I already love the Night House vibe here of the floor and glass being like on the same level and everything. This to me feels like an art farm habitat. it's probably in its burrow over there. Look at the little lights reflecting on the glass. And then we get this awesome, I already saw that. This is so cool. You have the bat exhibit box, but it's actually combined with water. Making for a really, really unique take on the... Oh, this is so cool. And then you get the curvy glass hiding the fact that you're looking at a box. I actually wonder if there's actually another animal in here as well. There is. Oh, yes. There is. But it's all the way back there. And I'm not sure if they want to come to the front. But this is also a platypus habitat. And that is really, really cool. Platypus are very, very rare in zoos. So you can imagine coming here and not getting to see them and being very disappointed. But they're back there. They're just shy. At the other end, we get the Tasmanian devil. I love how the floor feels connected to the habitats and that only the glass separates you. And then the lighting, of course, so tastefully, the blue and the red. I love it. And this is going to be what lives in here. Fennec fox. Oh, this is okay. Sorry, this is a mod I don't have, but it's an Australian nocturnal animal. I'm so sorry. I didn't find the mod list, but I think the zoo speaks for itself, really. That this is such a down-to-earth nocturnal house. But I think that's what I like most about this zoo. I've said it the whole visit, that the zoo combines crazy vistas with really normal zoo designs. What you're looking at right here is a very normal, between parentheses, night house, but the skill to build that is not easy. It's not easy to build normal things in this game, because the scaling of the construction pieces doesn't always allow for that. Let's turn it back to a bright 3 p.m. as we enter. Ooh, Oceania night. Was I supposed to enter through this? I think that was an alternative. Ooh. This is going to be the koala, I feel. So there it is on the ground, of course, because, you know, koalas are the most ground. I've become blasé about how good this zoo is, but look at the roof. Look at the roof. Just look at the roof. The roof is the best part of this. It's so sleek. Look at the canvas. Look at the wood. Look at the metal. Look at the koala climbing. Holy shit. Oh, now I've seen everything. A koala climbing in Planet Zoo. A very realistic koala house. Look at the windows. Oh. Yes. This is built by someone who knows what a zoo is supposed to be, what it's supposed to look like. Look at how colorful and playful this is. Oh. I don't know what to say anymore. I really don't know what to say anymore at this point. Because I've built cool stuff, but that stuff has always been big, and it was cool because it was big. But this is not very big, but just the sense of knowing what to place where, that's talent. But this building, oh yes. All of the plants are in the right space, all of the wood and everything. And the colors. Look at these. Like custom exhibits for probably like frogs and amphibians or fish. I want to build an aquarium. This building. I saw screenshots of this, and this is when I first learned of this zoo, seeing this. And being here is kind of really, really, really mentally overpowering. Like, oh my god, this person is playing the same game as me somehow. But this is kind of what I wanted to show you as well, right? And this is where I accidentally mute my mic for some reason, so I have to re-record all of my reactions. But yeah, you can tell, look at this beautiful building. That building back there is the nocturnal house. But you get this large pond here. By the way, this sign, guys, looks a bit unassuming perhaps, but if you truly look at it, you will notice that it is comprised of many animal statues. So just a fun fact there that I noticed. 231 pieces gone into that sign there. So yes, this huge pond there with the waterfall back there. And the fountains, and it just looks so good, and it is a centerpiece for the zoo for sure. And we turn around and we are going to move on because we need to check out the Australia section, which is coming. But first, let's actually look at these restrooms, because look at these custom basins, to wash your hands, and soap dispensers. Gorgeous restrooms, because of course, why wouldn't the restrooms in this zoo be gorgeous as well? And what's this actually? Is this an Africa thing? Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not faking it. I'm still really, just look at this. I am really enamored by this particular habitat, and I hope you agree with me. The way when you walk in, it just pops out at you. The contrast of the browns with the bright greens, the way the window frames it all, the way the water is actually almost at eye level so that the climbing frames are above you. It's kind of a bummer that all of the proboscis monkeys are swimming, but let me give you that feeling again when you walk in. That moment I had just then when I walked in, and well, this happened, and it's just perfect. I know proboscis monkeys are very rare in zoos. In fact, I think they only have one, or at least I know of one place where they are exhibited, and I believe this habitat is based very much on that one. But the talent at play to make it look like this is fantastic, and it just and the I feel like the window actually makes it better, if you know what I mean. It doesn't look as good if you actually look beyond the window, which is what I'll do in a bit. But just look at all of the plants here and the way the light works. I'm sure that the direction of the sun was taken into account when building this. I have no doubt that that was important, that the lighting would hit this right, and that you would be in a dark room, but with the monkeys like this. And yeah, it doesn't look as good like this, you know what I mean? But when you stand in here, that open air above you disappears, and you get this like painting, really, this frame of the proboscis monkeys. So you don't see that part necessarily, and it is just one of the best things in this zoo for sure. And I know that there perhaps was a modded tortoise supposed to be in here as well. I'm not sure, or implied. Can they actually get up there? They can. They just seem to love swimming, which is, you know, their prerogative, and many Planet Zoo animals. But let's actually leave. I think we did this in the wrong order a bit, because we still need to check out the Australia section right over there. We have the choice to go to the right or to the left. I'm just going to check my map here. By the way, this is the outside of the beautiful mangrove building. And you get a wallaby walkthrough habitat, which has goats in it, which I didn't expect, and a very, very stern looking security guard. Hello, where are the wallabies? Can you tell me where the wallabies are? I was promised there would be wallabies on this tour. Oh, there's one. There you go. There is a wallaby and a beautiful shelter building, by the way, which we're not supposed to go. So, but yeah, just a cute, charming little goat/wallaby walkthrough habitat here. And let's check out. There's more of Australia to come, I'm sure. What's over there? Let's try not miss anything. Let's take this path past the goats over here. There's a big old sign representing most of the animals that live in this zoo. This is another area. Oh, aha, I get it. There's a fence and the goats can get through and the kangaroos can get through and the emus can get through, but the wallaby can't. So it has its choice of paddock. And look at this gorgeous, huge habitat for the kangaroo and its mates. A fantastically large habitat for them. And one thing that really struck me here is I love it when zoos/Planet Zoo builders use the biome of the area and not the biome of the animal. I say that I haven't, of course, done that, adjusted the habitat's look to the habitat of the animals, but I also love something like this where you get kangaroos in a tropical vibe, which they clearly do not live in, but it works because the whole zoo has that vibe. Oh, look at this sightline. That is a deliberate placement, and that must fill Romanopulatious with pride and happiness that it just pops out like this. Yeah, well done, sir. That's why I also am putting a tower in Sunset Gardens. I want moments like that when I visit the zoo and when other people do. Let's check this place first. This is the... What's this gonna be? This is for... not too sure. Should I be here already? This is in Australia. Let's, yeah. Jump cut to Australia. This is the cassowary aviary. It has a viewing set. Come on. I was really, really impressed when I was recording this and I was kind of shouting expletives. But so I also wondered if this glass panes were deliberately placed like this. Like, people would put their fingers in here and the cassowary would peck at those fingers. So I'm not sure what the design choice here, but look at this gorgeous, well-built, intricate, complex cassowary environment. It's not big, it's not crazy, but in that small space, this builder manages to recreate a world of realism and of beauty, and I just continue to be impressed by the level of detail and dedication. Quick teleport sesh right over here to the entrance to the islands section of the zoo, and this is immediately I get this vibe of this place like Disneyland, like the pirate section of Disneyland. Like, you know what I mean? If you've ever been there, you might follow along, but maybe I'm just, oh, look at that sight line with the giraffes back there. That is also, if you ask me, a very deliberate choice. And look at the tram coming past. A great little moment there. We enter the islands section. We get the opportunity to wash our hands here. And look at this funky little design, these pre-stalactites and stalagmites. Stalactites and stalagmites, if you know what I mean. And what strikes me right over here in this particular section is, how do I put it? The delicacy, the delicate nature in which this path has been built. All paths in this zoo, but this section particularly strikes me as having this sort of Japanese garden feel. The moss and the plants and the rocks are so carefully curated. Really, really goes to show the love in this project. All of these little moments where you just see these little tiny moments of detail like this, and I'm just in awe. We climb this path past these funky little pink pillars, and the first habitat that we get to see is sadly empty for the most part, because I forgot to download the mod. I'm so sorry, Romanopulatious. I did not put the sambar deer in here, which I will find out later. So and in the beginning of this recording, I was looking for what else was in here besides the peafowl on the roof back there, which is a nice touch. I believe it was put on the roof just for the sake of looks. But this is a deer habitat, and as far as deer habitat goes, it makes a lot of sense with the trampled grass, with the more forested vibe. I don't think we need to go down there. Let's just see what's over here. This is the this is a big river. Okay, it makes sense. It is the orangutan habitat, and there you go. Can you tell, guys, that I'm trying to pretend both as commentary after recording and trying to act like I'm spontaneously reacting? I'm not sure why I'm doing that, but I'm sticking with it. It's the Jelboo way. So yeah, there's no deer present in this habitat. I could have put some deer in here if I had realized, but then again, I was afraid of touching this zoo once it had loaded. The only thing I did really was put some animals in there at the end. You'll see when we get there. But that was all I dared to do, because it had taken me like 4 to 5 attempts, I believe, to even open it up, and 2 attempts to load the zoo without animals. So being in here was already a privilege. And then we approached this really, really funky looking shelter. I was struck immediately by the unique shape and design of this place. And yeah, what a crazy little building. And then immediately also noticed the really beautiful rockwork here, which was actually a bunch of overturned impingo trees. Guys, you know how much I love the impingo tree, but realizing now after visiting this zoo that it also makes for a gorgeous, gorgeous texture for rock walls. And then this glass, for some reason it stumped me, although I know that curved glass like this exists. But this is a gorgeous look into a habitat for the babirusa, and there's also a bunch of monkeys in here. I believe it is the lion, what is it, the lion-tailed macaque, right? And the babirusa is in here, and actually I think there's a third animal in here as well, the Asian small-clawed otter. But Jelboo soon becomes distracted by the rocks here, the impingo roots plus the stalagmite pieces. At this point I was running the zoo in medium graphic settings because I was afraid that the zoo would crash. I think it would have been possible to run it on ultra. I love this shelter. This is where I realize it's made out of windows. But yeah, I could have ran this zoo on ultra settings as I usually play the game. But you know, and look at this gorgeous little section here. You can tell immediately that little moment here is stretched on, and I am in love with the look of this, with the plants and the browns. Such a unique texture and color that I'm going to steal for any projects in the future that does feature an impingo tree. But yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. Look at this. What a unique shape that I have heard about but have never really seen in practice. And we get a better look here at the otter, babirusa, and macaque habitat. This here is a little island that only the otters could get to. At this point I hadn't spotted the otters yet, but you see one there in between the roots, and then you get a nice little sightline there for the building. Also, obviously, I'm going to hazard a guess here, kind of a contradiction, obviously, and a guess, but that's a deliberate sightline. And that's the kind of thing that I want in Sunset Gardens as well. Go check out my new series, Sunset Gardens. I built a tower because I'm jealous of all the other creators who built towers in their zoos. And odd roommates, I don't know who that refers to. Is that referring to the Babirusa back there? Did I miss something here? Oh, of course I did. Yes, I'm so glad I looked here, both in recording and right now as I look back at it. This is the sort of the main front view actually of the orangutan habitat, and we do know that most of them are hanging out somewhere else because when zoos get this big, obviously it becomes harder for the game to calculate animals walking around, so they tend to stand still, sadly. But look at this amazing section. First of all, the scale of those trees, the size of those ropes or cables or whatever you want to call them, and just the sheer, tropical vibe of it all. The huge moat, not a small moat, it's actually quite a ways away from us. And then the knowledge that there's three kinds of animal in here. But this is all of the respect that the only Asian apes really deserve. All the fanfare. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous moment in the zoo. I wish it could look even better with a better lighting system, or a better shading system rather. But it is absolutely, and look at that, right on time. We do get one of them climbing one of those huge custom trees, and I just stand here for a good long while trying to get a good look at this lone female orangutan, taking its time climbing. It's eventually going to climb down from this tree. I was curious how glitchy was all going to be, because sometimes these climbing frames tend to become a bit glitchy, but it seemed to be able to get down here with no issue. I mean, at this point I don't know what it's doing, but then you see it getting down from the tree, and that is just fantastic. What a great moment here. And we move on, heading towards this path, or not. I think we have to go to this path. Jelboo, don't get distracted. Jelboo gets distracted at this moment. Another look here at the otter, and option here. That was a huge lag spike there, but yeah. Another lion-tailed macaque habitat right over here, and here they live together with the sloth bear, and we get this this classic piano wire look into the habitat, which has become a staple in many modern zoos, and also in self-promotion in Sunset Gardens, where I just built a place quite very similar to this actually, in terms of cave and piano wire. And the sloth bear does live back there. You must have seen it. We get these other viewing opportunities to see its rich and complex and intricate habitat. Another gorgeous, just yet another gorgeously designed and planted habitat. There's not a square inch here of ground that goes to waste, really. There is monkeys in here. I'm not sure if I had to put them in here myself, but they do live in here, because the sloth bear, for the most part, is safe for cohabitation with several species. Although I did put them together in a zoo of mine with the golden jackal, and they ate the golden jackals. This is a fantastic habitat. I unboxed the binturong right here. This is the binturong habitat, and when I turn around you will see the scale of it, because they can climb out of this building and access this whole climbing frame over these little islands there, and it is just gorgeous. I know I keep finding all of these words to describe it, but the shelter in and of itself is great. I tried to move the binturong somewhere else, but I failed to do so because I almost placed them in the orangutan habitat. I noticed there that I had the opportunity to place it on the path, but that's not supposed to happen. So just feast your eyes on this I love the little wheels that keep the Pintron from climbing down. At this point I do see one climbing up. I become hopeful that it will start to use its climbing frame, so I go back in explore mode and wait for it to pop up. And it eventually does pop up, and I go like, oh yes, it's going to showcase the climbing frame. And then it goes, well, what does it go? It goes, nope, I'm going back inside. Because, you know, animals, they are animals, both in the game and in the real world, and they will not also always behave. Look at these planks connecting the ropes and everything. Great, it almost resembles a red panda habitat as well. You could easily imagine a red panda living in a place like this with these little tree houses and everything, and the huge trees. I love that the standard setting for this zoo, by the way, is overcast weather, and it really fits the zoo well. Oh, look at these palm trees, all a bit, just a little bit slanted. It's those little things, these slanted palm trees stand out to me. And these are actually the flamingos from the beginning. So we don't need to be at the flamingos. We're actually going to go and check out the rest of River Wonders. Quick jump cut. Alright, I kind of got confused earlier and checked out a part of a River Wonders accidentally. We're going to check out Pirate Shore and River Wonders, and then at the end we'll go check out the River Monsters. So we head up this path, and this is where we do meet, as we checked out earlier. Oh, that is awesome. That is the jaguar, right? In a habitat that really feels scary if you don't realize there's a big old moat between you and the animal. But there's the jaguar. Awesome. Just the one looks like patrolling in here. So cool. I love when builders make this piece work, because it doesn't work when I make it doesn't work for me, but I think I'm using it wrong. Look at the jaguar there. Let's continue our search for Pirate Bay. I think we're going to take a left here. We can get a final look there at the kangaroo. But this is where it becomes more colorful, more playful. And as you can tell, we have the African penguin with a cute, whimsical little habitat. As always, they deserve it. They are arguably, who's there to argue with? They are probably my favorite animal of all time. And I love building for them, and I love seeing what other people do for them with their burrows and the bubble machines and the rocky shores. And I actually know for certain, there we go, that there is a underwater viewing opportunity, and they're absolutely going bananas in here. They're having the time of their life in here. You love to see it. But the big draw here, of course, is this crazy thing. So let's try and find our way closer to it. This pirate ship was built by Drac. And Drac, if you don't know Drac, guys, just type his name in the workshop, D-R-A-C, Drac. Has built what I think is the most downloaded zoo of all time on the workshop, and he is just on a level of mastery over the game that cannot be put in words. And this ship was made by him, if I remember correctly, and this is a sea lion habitat. But look at the wonders abound. Truly spectacular. Gorgeous. With the waterfall back there, very sleek viewing window, and the ship is just so cool. Such a cool prop, really finishes the vibe here. Amazing stuff. I love the tower back there as well. I think that is Pirate Shore, so let's move back to River Wonders here. because I feel like the jaguar hasn't had its last say yet. Look at this custom vending machine, by the way. There, I knew I saw something. There is an actual jaguar overpass here. So this might not be the only opportunity to view them. You get a very cool, like, industrial jaguar overpass into what seems to be their shelter. And I don't think we can get up there. Or can we? It's sort of implied that we can, but I'm not going to try it. And there we get the giant otter. Beautiful use of rocks here for the coastline. Also, just in general, I almost didn't mention it, but the use of this wood to create this structure above us. Oh, and I'm not even talking about the village up there. Look at these buildings, guys. Why didn't I talk about this? Look at these raised huts. Oh man. You can tell that so many hours and time and research has gone into this to make it look real and respectful of the actual place that you're trying to inhabit. This is under construction. The zoo is technically unfinished in the sense that, it became too hard to continue building it. So there's some rough around the edges parts that I'm trying not to show you really, but actually for, and I'm even glossing over these little things at this point, like this wall and everything, because I've gotten so used to the genius. But this is the underwater viewing for a modded animal that I did put in here during a jump cut, and that is the manatee. I only put 4 in here. Not sure how many are intended to be in here, but this is Manatee Bay, and we do get the manatee mod in here. They do move a bit faster than a genuine manatee would, but I think that is forgiven. The mod makers are absolute wondrous people. But look at those fake tree roots here, and a gorgeous exhibit box that really works. But actually, the real draw here that I need to point out to you is heading up here, because Manatee Bay is not just for manatees; it is also a saki monkey. Every single habitat in this zoo just stuns me with. Oh, and it's also a sloth. Okay, it's also a sloth habitat, and a saki monkey habitat, and a manatee. I just don't know what to say anymore at this point. You're looking at it. You can form your own words. You know words. You have the best words. Look at the colors and the brightness and the playfulness of these trees and everything. It's so good. It's genuinely so good. And then with the manatees gliding past us below. Making this faux tree look better than anyone ever has. Wonderful. This is under construction. So let's actually zoom out from this because we need to head back. So let's head back here. I hadn't even noticed, by the way, these cute little footprints everywhere, revealing the nature of the animals that live here. Because these are, of course, upside down statues in the ground. Look at this. But they are... Just look at the surface we're walking on. But this path, which I missed, with this beautiful rock work, is leading us further into River Wonders. To the left of us, we get another opportunity to check out the giant otters, and they do have their slide, which I've actually seen otter habitats that have that slide, and the otters just climb up, go down, and climb up again because they're so playful. And at the other end, we get the... Is that the... I believe that is the other end of the... yeah, that is the other end of the jaguar habitat that we just saw. So it has the opportunity to get really, really close to you when you're in here. And we continue past this gorgeous, gorgeous path, which we're used to at this point. Right over here. We get the caiman, the spectacled caiman, I believe, is what we're looking at. Yes, indeed. A fantastic habitat. Love the planks and the sign sort of framing it all. Of course, where would we be without this piece? But where would... Oh, come on, look how... Look at the rock work, guys. I am so impressed. Okay, this is the... Wow. The way the window frames this habitat as you walk towards it. The way the wood obscures the top of the fences and the bottom here. What an arrival for this habitat. Maned wolf and anteater live together in a beautiful, beautiful habitat. Look how dense this is. Look how every inch of this habitat has something going for it. And then the car park as a background. I love how big this habitat is, by the way. These guys get a lot of space to themselves. Because we actually get another opportunity to see them. Let's check out that later. We can check them out. That is so nice. Look at the water and all of the rocks. And then sort of the moment supreme here. Oh yes. Worth the wait. Have you ever, you know what I mean? Have you ever seen something like this? All right, River Wonders. We actually sort of came to River Wonders in the wrong order, it looks like. By the way, guys, did I just... Yeah, I feel like I am doing River Wonders in the wrong order. An armadillo habitat, so cool, elevated with the pebbles down here. The whole path, by the way, is just continuing to be rocks and then these hints at the animals that live here. And I've sort of gotten used to the quality of it that I've stopped remarking on it. But guys, did I dream the dolls lived here as well? There we go. I didn't make that up. And I love this little touch of the electricity pole sort of obstructing the fence here. Just that touch of realism, again with the gutters here, that really makes this zoo special and makes it a big draw for me. I'm going to... I think that is not intentional. So I'm going to exchange that for glass. It can't be. Okay, then let's ignore it and actually look at this jaw-dropping. I know I'm running out of words, but just look at this. Look at the elevation and the rocks and the plants and the moss and the trees and everything, and this is an animal that doesn't always get, you know, the most attention from the plant zoo community, but here once again Romanopulatious has done it again and built the best dole habitat that I've ever seen, and it will take something crazy to top this. The rock walls are gorgeous. They are abnormal. And just the elevation and the way that they're actually up there, and the way their orange coat contrasts with the gray. And that actually does conclude River Wonders. That is the cassowary aviary there. And guys, here's the proboscis monkey once again. Let's give ourselves that little moment again before we jump away. Okay, now guys, I'm going to do a bit of a jump because we need to head to a thing that I skipped. And that is of course river monsters, and I'll see you when I get there. So there, the final habitat. I seem to remember that I kind of spoiled this already, but this time we're going to give it its due attention. This is going to be the final habitat we check out, but after that we zoom out and look at some of the, you know, the way the zoo looks from above, and also at this thing. You will have noticed at this point that there's a crazy sort of palace mansion, and we will look at that, believe me. But this is a river monsters, and this is, yes, I saw this earlier, but oh my god, look at this giant saltwater crocodile too. Look how once again the window frames it perfectly. This is the best. It truly is the best. And there's the other one. I'm going to assume that that's the female, and that they have the opportunity to, you know, connect their look at this giant monster. What a menacing creature. I am running the remaster, but once again I'm running this zoo on medium settings, so it doesn't look as crisp as it could. But look at this building, the seats, the lights. Is that a piece in the game? Did I not know there's a ceiling fan? Okay, I just learned that. This zoo continues to surprise, but look at this. And that is actually the final habitat, if I'm not mistaken. So let's zoom out. This is the crazy look from above at this zoo. We started here, and we looked at all of this stuff, and you just look at the density of all of the trees and everything, and then this cool sign here to really finish it off. But you know, you will notice that this zoo became obviously very rough for PCs to handle, so it has some areas like, you know, this is just set dressing, but I didn't even look at it. But yes, there's also just an entire road modeled. There's skyscrapers with sky bridges modeled, and they're not, of course, not fully built, as you can tell. But look at that. We didn't even fully check out the monorail and all of its stations because, well, some of the stations are unfinished. But let's instead look at this gorgeous tower here. But what I really wanted to show to you was this building, because that's just really nice. Some sort, maybe it's based on a real place, but some sort of estate slash mansion. And look at how many pieces do you think this has? It has an interior with furniture made out of pieces, and it's just this huge palace. And there's a piano in here, guys, and there's actually people dancing. I'm going to... Oh, are these the people who contributed? Plant Zoo blogger Rene, Coaster King, Romanopulatious, Ipon, ZSH Blaze, Ema Design, Lion, CarlosG72, Loose Photos. Did I miss someone? I don't know. Are these contributors? Or are these people who just are friends of the... In any case, they get their really unique ballroom here where they're just dancing and vibing. No one... This didn't need to be built, but it did happen. Gorgeous. Absolutely fantastic. Well, guys, I am really happy that I toured this zoo. It took a lot out of me. Just loading this zoo took half an hour, but I am very happy that I did. If you stuck with me the whole way through, thank you so much. If you just clicked to this ending, well, hey there. Glad you clicked to the ending to hear me say goodbye to you. Well, I'll see you next week for hopefully a progress on Sunset Gardens. Thank you for watching.